What's up folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code2Create. As you guys know, in machine learning we have two types, that is classification and regression. I've explained what is classification in my before video. In today's video we're going to see what exactly is regression. In regression we have two types, that is simple linear regression and multiple linear regression. I'm just going to give a brief note about multiple linear regression, and in today's video we're going to mainly go through what is simple linear regression. So let's get started. What is linear regression first? Linear regression is a method to identify relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. Linear regression is a part of regression, and regression is a method to identify the relationship between dependent variable and independent variable. Like I said, in linear regression we have multiple linear regression and simple linear regression. First, let's see what exactly is multiple linear regression. You can refer to the name over here that says multiple linear regression. In multiple linear regression we have two or more independent values. The main difference between multiple linear regression and simple linear regression is that simple linear regression contains only one x value and multiple linear regression contains two or more x values. Let's see what exactly is simple linear regression. Simple linear regression is a part of regression, but here it will have only one independent variable and as usual one dependent variable. Let's take a small example. Let's say that we are assigned to predict CO2 emission of a new car, and this is going to be the data set. And this is going to be the graph when we put it into a scatter plot. And I have explained in my before video also the formula of linear regression. We use the same formula for multiple linear regression and simple linear regression, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Here m is going to be the slope, that is the line slope over here, whether it's going to be straight, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this, and we have to find out m value also because we don't know the m value, that's the slope. So the formula for slope, that is m is going to be x minus x mean, y minus y mean divided by x minus x mean to the power of 2. And for coordinate, it's going to be y mean minus m, that is the slope, multiplied by the x mean. When I calculated the x mean, I got 2.47, and when I calculated the y mean, I got 228. When I calculated the slope, it's going to be 39. And the coordinate is going to be 125.74 when you check it out with the formula. So y is going to be 39 multiplied by x plus 125.74. And this is going to be the graph when we put the line, when we put the linear line. So now we know how exactly linear regression works. Let's take it out with a practical implementation. I'm going to move to Jupyter Notebook. And you can see we have the same graph, the same scatter plot here and the same output. So we're going to take the same example. You can find it in Kaggle. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Let's create a new Python 3 file. And first we have to import the necessary libraries. So let me do that. I'm going to import pandas as pd. I'm going to import numpy as np. And later I'm going to import regression. Let's run these two for now. I'm going to say df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. Let me get the file. Let me run this. Yes, now let me show you guys the data set. We have the model here, we have the make, we have the model, we have vehicle class, we have engine size, we have cylinders, transmission, fuel type, fuel consumption city, fuel consumption HWY, fuel consumption com, and CO2 emissions. Like I said, it's simple linear regression. So we're going to use one independent variable, that's going to be the engine size. We'll be using two columns, that's engine size and CO2 emission. And now we have to set the x and y value. So I'm going to say x is equal to, we're going to set it to df of engine size. Let me copy this up so that we don't have any spelling mistakes. Yes. And the y value is going to be the CO2 emission. So let me get that. We have to split the data into train and test. So let me import that. I'm going to say from sklearn.model selection, import train test split. And then I'm going to say train x. Remember the order, guys, it's going to be train x, test x, and then we have the train y, and then the test y. or else it's gonna show you guys an error if you don't remember. If this order is not right, it's gonna show you guys an error. I'm gonna say is equal to x and y and the test size. I'm gonna set it to 30. And let me run this. We have a small error. Yes guys, we have done one mistake, that is we forgot to mention the import, that is train, test and split. Yes, it should be right without any error. Okay, x is not defined. Let's make it to capital X. Yes. And then we have to import linear regression. So I'm going to say from sklearn.linear model import linear regression. And then I'm going to say regression is equal, I'm just going to create a class. I'm going to say regression is equal to linear regression. And then we have to fit this data set. So I'm going to say regression.fit train x comma train y. We have small value error. And okay, so we are expecting a 2D array, but we got a 1D array. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna reshape it up like they said over here. Reshape your data either using array.reshape. I'm gonna say train x is equal to, I'm gonna say np.array, and inside this I'm gonna put train x as we're gonna reshape train x. And then I'm gonna say dot reshape -1 and 1. Shouldn't have. We're gonna do the same to y train y, and yes. And now it's time for prediction. So now we fit this train x and train y into linear regression. Now we have to plot the scatter plot. So I'm going to say plt.scatter train x comma train y. First we have to put the plot. So I'm going to say train x and train y comma, I'm going to set the color to blue. If you guys want, you can set it to a different color, that's not a problem. I'm going to set it to blue. Yes. And then we have to plot this linear line. So I'm going to say plt.plot. I'm not going to mention the type of plot. So I'm just going to say plt.plot. I'm going to say train x. We're going to train x and the regression coefficient. I'm going to plot the coefficient. We're going to use the formula here basically. So I'm going to say regression.coefficient multiplied by train x plus regression.intercept. I'm going to say r. And now plt. Oh yes guys, we forgot to import matplotlib. So I'm going to say import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. And now it's gonna come. Yes guys, you can see we have it over here. We have the linear line over here using the formula, that is regression.coefficient multiplied by train x plus regression.intercept. You can see here we have m, x and c. Now what exactly is c over here guys? The point where this line starts, that's going to be 199 or 198, somewhere over there. The point where the line starts, the linear line starts. Yeah guys, now we know what is simple linear regression. Do wait for my next video, that is multiple linear regression. Thank you guys. Please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Bye bye.